Hi everyone, I'm Antoinette.
I'm Kerry.
And today we have a guest with us.
Hi.
You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Cornita Taylor.
Yes, and today's topic is on domestic violence. It is a very sensitive subject because I know a lot of you, are going through something similar. We just want to help you guys, to be fair.
So we've got Cornita here with us today to tell us her story. So,
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and tell the audience?
Okay. From there, well, I'll say the age of 19, I was living with my mum. As you know, two women can't live in the same house.
yeah.
So she said one has to go. So I was kicked out at 19. Staying at a friend's house. Then eventually I stayed at my cousin's house. And then I became to meet a friend, well, a guy, who was a bit older than me, about 7 years older than me, and was persistent trying to go out with me. And I said to him, I'll be honest, I'm not in the right place at the right time. I just want to just do me, just go college and just get myself up at my own place. He was persistent, kept on trying to get my number, pursue me. Eventually I gave in, started dating him. Before I know it, we're in a relationship. The first encounter was, we all went out to a nightclub. I was in the club with a few friends and my cousin, and I didn't think anything of it. Saw a friend, said hi, talking, whatever. Got home now, and he says, who's that guy you're talking to? I said, a friend. Started to be jealous. I thought, he's jealous? I thought, okay. Not thinking anything of it. And then he pinned me up on the wall, and I thought, okay. So he put me down. That was it. So I thought, okay, then it was the first and last. And then I did get my own place, and I said to him, I don't want to live with you. I want to stay on my own. You have your place, whatever. Before I knew it, we was actually living together. Had a key cut. Before I know it, I'm in a fully relationship, living with a man. As time goes on, he starts saying the odd words. You're damaged goods. You're nothing. Spit at me in my face. When my family's around, he's a different person. He's charming, he's polite, he's nice. As soon as they go out the door, he's just slagging them off, saying there's nothing. I don't be hanging out with them, going on. And then, all before I know it, he hits me for no apparent reason. And then one time I was at my cousin's house, came home, and I'm thinking he's not there. I didn't see his car, and the house was in darkness. So I went into the bedroom. He's sitting on the end of the bed in darkness. So I turned the light on. He said, don't turn the light on. I'm like, no, why are you sitting in darkness for? Where are you coming from? I said, I'm coming from my cousin's house. You know where I'm coming from. No, you're not, you're lying. You're doing this. I said, I don't do anything. I said, I'm coming from my cousin's house. Ring her if you want. For 4 or 5 hours going on, just in my ears constantly. I had college the next day. I only just sleep. It was just going on and on and on and on. As time went on, it got violent. And I just thought, I kept quiet. I didn't tell anyone. People knew something was going on, but they didn't know what it was. And then it came to a point, I thought, I need to leave him. I said, it's not going how I want it. This is not a relationship. And then before I know it, I'm pregnant. And then I told him. He's like, you're not having it, but I am. And then I told my family, because for me, I'm having the baby, so I told my mom, I told my cousins, everything. So everybody said, okay, fine. And then one time I was in the bedroom, I had my knickers and bra on, and he says to me, you're not having a baby now? I said, I am. He says, I'm going to make sure you don't go full term. And I said, well, I've made a decision, so I'll just do it without you. He's like, I'm serious. So he took a curtain rod, and he beat me with it. And then he pushed me, I had a walk-in wardrobe, he pushed me in there. And then I just remember holding my stomach and saying, I'm sorry, but I'm going to do what I don't want to do. And I terminated the baby. So that was for me.
I am so sorry about that. At the moment, that is a lot to take in.
Yeah, it's just, so basically from what from the story, what I'm getting together is like, he just took advantage of like a young girl. He was an older guy, saw the opportunity to manipulate you and try to get you to do things his way, and thought because you was kicked out especially that you wouldn't want to run back to mommy and let her know what was going on. So he just saw you as a target and used that as an advantage. And no, I'm sorry, it's absolutely disgusting. No, it's vile.
So how did you feel at this point?
I felt lost because remember I'm telling all my family I'm having this baby. So obviously when I decided not to have the baby, I didn't have no real reason. I just said to them that I decided that it's not for me, and you know I'm in college and I want to go on a cruise ship and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I'm doing it, not the real reason. My family didn't find out the real reason until like a year after I went on the cruise ship. When I came back, then I told them, and they're like, "What? Like, if you told us then, you would have had your back and stuff." But obviously by then it was too late. So it was just, for me, I just knew I had to get out of it. Because again, I didn't want to get pregnant for him again. I didn't want to sleep with him again. I just wanted just to end. To me, mentally and physically, we was finished. But he was still there. And so I'm thinking, how am I going to get out of this? This relationship is not good. It's not healthy. I was going mental. I was not feeling right. I was the only thing that kept me going was college. And the worst thing about it, at college, it was loads of guys. There's only me and the girl. So it was pure guys. All my teachers were male. So when I'm going to college, I'm like, who can I even talk to? Like one of my teachers knew something was wrong. He knew about the pregnancy. And I told him, I didn't tell him the reason again, I just told him I was getting rid of it. And he was just like, what's wrong? Like when you first started, you was bubbly and this, that, you know, now you're not. And I said, I'm fine, I've just got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm alright. And I thought, you know, I need to pass my course because this is the only thing kind of get me out of it. So I had obviously people that I was studying with, so we studied and whatever. And then again, I passed, what I was happy with. Yes. So
Congratulations. Even though you was going through all of that, you still was committed, motivated yourself to get up every day, even though you was going through a lot, because no person should, you know, go through something like that. It's not nice.
A lot of people would have just given up. A lot of people probably would have tried to end it and, like, you know, take themselves out of the world.
Exactly.
And, you know, so you were definitely a strong person, to basically get up every day, like you said, continue to push with your education, and get somewhere, because you know that at the end of it was going to be a way to get away from him. But with that, did your situation with him change your look on men in general? Like, so you were very scared to get in relationships after that, I can imagine.
I was, I had relationships obviously after him, but it was like, this is
it
like,
took you
it's
while,
like 20, but it's just like, you know, you look, all you've had in your head was him. So you're thinking every guy that you did talk to or go out with, you're thinking they're like that. And I'll be honest, it came to a point where I came the violent one, where, not say I was right like him, but instead with an argument, I'm the first one to like push.
Because you've got that defense mechanism, because you're thinking, no, it's happened to me before, I'm not going to make anybody do it to me again.
So I came the reverse role, and where I thought, oh no, this is not right. And then obviously they'd be like, couldn't you, like, when they have an argument, like, where's this coming from? And then I think, it came to a point, after a long time, you thought, you know what, not every guy is like him. You know, they'll walk away, or, you know, you have your space. That's what a real man does. Exactly.
Because obviously the one that we was with before is not a man, right? He's not even a little boy. He's not even a dog. I don't know what he is. Because real men do not put their hands on females. And I'm sorry, if he's got a mother, a sister, a daughter, and he's putting his hands, well, he can't do it to, I'm sorry, just because he's not physically doing it to them, the fact he's doing it to a female, full stop, he doesn't respect them. Because this is what makes me sick. Like, men like that, next man was to lick down his mom or his sister or his daughter. He's the first one. Oh no, I'm gonna bring. But it's okay for you to do that to somebody else's girl child. No, it's not.
It's not acceptable at all.
No,
not acceptable.
Yeah, true. So, yeah, and then eventually we had an argument like months after that, and I just said, you know what, he threw a shoe at me and hit me in my head. And the shoe didn't even faze me. I just picked up the shoe and I threw it back at him. And he's like, huh? Right.
Yeah, shocking.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, you turn back, yeah. I said, it's not saying I turn back, yeah. I said, you throw the shoe at me, so I throw it back at you. So then he went into my living room, picked up the phone to phone someone, and I said to him, put down my phone. He's like, no. I said, put down my phone. He's like, mate, so I pulled it out the socket, and he's like, oh, so you want to fight? And I think so. I don't know how it was going to end. I don't know what's going to happen, but I thought, you know what, I'm just ready to go. Whatever had to happen there and then, for me just to say, you know what, let's finish it. And we was actually physically fighting, and we've never had physically fight before for the whole relationship. And we was fighting and fighting, and then he just realised himself, I've had enough. And then he just goes, here, here's your keys, I'm gone. And I thought to myself, that can't be so easy like that. And he actually walked out the door, and I was like, sat down and thinking, really?
He was not expecting that retaliation.
Exactly.
He was doing it because you were at that stage in your life where it was vulnerable, because you couldn't go to your family.
Some said he wanted to take advantage. He just thought, okay, there's this young girl, she's out on her own, she seems like quite quiet and timid, I can do what I want with her. And then when you chose to fight back, you took his power away, then he had no control over you then, and he saw that, so he had no other option but to leave and then find the next target. But I hope the next person he found, chop him in his head straight away. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry.
Why?
So, yeah.
So after that point, like, what happens? Like, he gave you your keys back.
He gave keys back. Obviously, he still had stuff in the house, so he came back, like, say...
You're good to make him come back to get stuff in the because that stuff could have been outside. You came back, but
I think, you know what? I don't know, it sounds silly, but it was kind of like a test for me to see if I'm going to weaken myself and anything, like, you know, get back. So he came back, we got his stuff, and then that was it. And then we was finished. Like, that was the end of my domestic relationship. So I just thought to myself,
why? So how long was you in that situation for?
A year and a half.
A year and a half, okay. And so since then now, how long ago was it now? Like, how long has it been?
I'm 38 and I was 90, like 20 years ago.
So have you got other children now? Because I know obviously
I've got a child,
that pregnancy would have been very traumatic. So, okay, that's good.
I've got a child, I've got a 7-year-old.
Oh.
Oh.
I've got an 8-year-old.
So how long did it take to get over the traumatic relationship with him?
If I'll be honest, it's always gonna. I forgive him, but I don't forgive him for him. I forgive him for me, so I can move on. But when it comes to forgetting, you don't forget.
No,
like,
you can't forget.
That's the thing. You
don't forget.
It's good that you can forgive, and it shows the kind of person you are. But like you said, and that's like the saying says, "I might forgive you, but I haven't forgotten." So in that respect, it's always still gonna be like things that remember you. Like, I've got two of my friends who've got kids who my child would have been the same age as them. So when it's their birthday and stuff, you always think, oh my God, my child would have been that age. So you'll always come in your head something, or something will happen. Or if I pass my old apartment, I'll remember that I lived there with him. You know what I mean? So always certain little things will come up, or I see certain people and they'll be like, oh, I know when you used to go out with so and so, and I'm just like, even though they didn't know, but then I knew, and I'm like, really, like, this is like 20 years ago, you're not bring that person to me. So it's like you're always reminded about them in different ways. But for me, the reason why I want to tell my story, because I want to heal fully. And I thought the only way you're going to heal is by helping just one person, because there's so many people who go through it. And there's some people who will leave out a little bit because they're thinking they're embarrassed. The thing is though, what I noticed about what you're saying in your story, because a lot of people in these situations, they tend to start blaming themselves. Now listening to your story, you never once blamed yourself. You knew exactly what he was doing, what he was like. You knew that, because sometimes they'll be like, oh, but I forced him to do, I did this, and they're blaming themselves, and they're convincing themselves that they're the ones and that they deserved it, and you knew that you didn't deserve any of what he did to do. So that alone makes you strong, and I think that's why you were able to pass your course and get through, because you knew that you didn't deserve what was happening to you. You knew it wasn't your fault, and you knew you had to get out. You were strong already.
True. That's true.
I'm so glad you got through that course and you got through it to actually show him and other people that obviously later on knew what you went through, that you actually come out at the other end and you were stronger than before. Because for you to sit here and tell your story,
It
that
takes a lot. Yeah, that takes a lot.
Because why? So when you did your course, now what course was you doing? Sorry.
BTEC National Sports Therapy.
Oh. So what career route have you gone?
So obviously I wanted to go on a cruise ship. So I went on the cruise ship, even though I was still a bit iffy about going. But I went on a cruise ship for 9 years. Promoted myself up to management. I came home and I worked in 2 elite spas where helped me from the scratch. And then now I've got my own business.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about. Success.
Yeah.
Bond them with
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to bring you down. You know, you're not bringing me down. I'm going to show you and look at you. You're probably in some dustbin somewhere, you know. Yes.
He'll get what's coming to him. God will deal with him. Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's why I'm glad you forgave, because you know what? Too much people want revenge. You want to do, and I understand that. You've been in a situation like this, easy to get caught up, and you want to fight back and you want to defend yourself. But you know what? Like I said, leave it to God. Calm as a bitch, and you see how he treated you. You see, it's gonna bite him back 10 times harder. And you know what? It doesn't have to be him physically, but it could be somebody connected to him, and he's gonna feel it, and it's gonna bond him. But you see, you're doing good. So you just need to keep doing good and forget about that.
Definitely. Yes. So with your business now, do you want to let the viewers know your details, like where you're based, what do you do?
Okay. I'm based in 2 places, in Digbeth and in Edgbaston. I do sports massage, Swedish aromatherapy, facials, body wraps. If you'd like to contact me for any treatments, I'm on 07731 839 283, and my website is www.head2toe.online.
Yes, girl, we're coming to get a massage. Next time, I'll be a massage.
Yes, okay, so, that was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a lot, yeah.
So, how long after that? So, did you tell your family after you finished your course?
No, I told them. I went on a cruise ship about. I still had like a year left on my course. So I told them after I came back off the cruise ship. So I told them about a year and a half after I actually finished with him when I came back. So a year and a half I told my family what happened.
So with that, because I know you said your mum kicked you out, but is it the case where even if she kicked you out, you were still on speaking terms? You were still
going back and forth with your family? When my mum kicked me out, 2 weeks she kicked me out. She actually asked me to come back, but I'm stubborn. Yeah. I didn't go back. But everyone goes through a journey and everybody goes through what they go through, and as much as it was a bad experience at the time,
you had to just
I went through all that, but I came out of it as a survivor. So for me it was I don't have no resentment against my mother at all.
No, I mean because you know, when you're around your family and your close friends, they notice a difference with your behaviour.
So my cousins did.
Did he ever because sometimes you know they have bruises, people have bruises and they cause it with makeup, so he never bruised you or anything like that. Okay.
No. It was more I'll just very enclose myself. I just
so they
find anything
was wrong.
Yeah, and I'm the bubbly one. I'm the I'm maybe the mouthy one, I just call it. But I was very enclosed myself, and when he was around, I was different. Okay. I wasn't. How they knew me, I wasn't like that. That's what a couple of my cousins You wasn't you. Yeah. You was different.
Especially when they're seeing you together.
Yeah. And then they knew something one of my cousins did not like him at all. She didn't like him. She was something about him. I don't know what it is. But she just, because I didn't confirm anything.
I mean, when you was going through all of this, I don't think you was, but I'm going to ask you, was you scared of him?
You think it's love? Yeah. I don't know anything different.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, it was fear.
Okay, because a lot of the times when people blame themselves for it, it's because they're scared of that person. Yeah. But judging by your story and how you've come through it and how you fought back, it didn't seem like you were scared of him.
No, I think it's more fear. It's more fear of what, if I did tell people, because my family ain't easy, if I did tell people, what would be the outcome, what would they do to him?
That's his business.
And I think, you know, you just don't want him to come back on your family. So I'm thinking, for me, it was better to be silent. Like when I'm told, like, you know, uncles and whatever, and cousins are like, what? Why didn't you say to me would have done? I said, yeah, but I didn't want to go down that route. Yeah. You know what I mean? I thought I wanted to deal with it my way, and I didn't know what was the right way, what was the wrong way, but that was the way I dealt with it.
Yeah. So what would be the advice to give the viewers that are actually going through something similar? Would you say not to keep it to yourself? Because can't that do a lot more damage keeping it to yourself?
Yeah, obviously, yeah, definitely. I would not say keep it to yourself. And it's not saying I didn't have anyone to talk to, I did. But I think I was more trying to protect them.
He just didn't want to get it control. Yeah. You see, he was like basically abusing you, but yet you were still trying to protect him because you knew, like you said, if you had told people what would have happened. So you know what, he didn't even deserve that protection, but you still gave it. So that shows the kind of person you are. But like I think people should tell people what's going on. But like you can say, you know what, even I've told you this. If anything, help me to get away, but don't put a finger on him. Don't approach him. Do you know what I mean?
Let him know you.
That
can make it worse for that person when they go home.
Yeah, because he knew what he was doing when he was going to be like nice to your family and then slagging them off and then telling you he didn't want you around them. That's how it starts. When they try to get you away from your family and your friends, so you've got nobody to turn to, so like, okay, it's just me she's got, I can do whatever I want. And a lot of the times when a man is jealous or overprotective and controlling, a lot of women just think, oh, it's because he loves me, it's fine. No, it's them trying to control you. You need to read between the lines. There's a fine line there. And if like you think that's love, that's supposed to be your partner, not your parent. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
You're both equals. You're both like, okay, yes, he was older than you, and that's what makes it worse. Because I wonder, would he have tried it with a woman around his age? Because that a woman his age would have been like wiser, have had the experience of being in a relationship. He's thinking, oh, this young girl, she's just out on her own. Yeah, I'm gonna do what I want with her. But he didn't bargain for when he was ready to fight back, though, did he? No.
He was quick to run.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But as we know, you've come out strong and you succeeded because you finished your course. You've now got your business. You know you're based at 2 places. Why?
And you've had a child as well.
Exactly.
You know, so you've got to experience a nice pregnancy, even though when you were pregnant the second time, that must have been really hard knowing what happened the first time. So, you know, even like something like that, he still had a little hold on you. Because when you're talking about the reminders, I bet you was really excited when you was pregnant with your child the second time. But at the same time, you was probably thinking what happened the first time, and you had all these things going around your head, and he still got that little hold on you then, on your life, which is, you know, is understandable because he's put you through a lot. But you've come out of it the other side, but I'm telling you.
So psychologically, what effect does it have on you, do you think, or could have on others that are going through the similar thing?
Wow. For me, it's more, if you're in it, try and get yourself out the best way possible. There's women aids, there's people you can, like your family, friends, if you go to college or to work, just tell someone. That one person might know how to get you out.
Definitely.
Don't keep it inside because you're only protecting that person. And mentally, the longer you're in it, it's worse, obviously. So, quicker you're out, quicker the better. And for signs, how to, if you're not in that relationship and you're seeking to go in a relationship, there's signs. Obviously, no man's going to come up to you and say, oh, I like you, but I'm going to beat you.
Yeah,
they're not going to say that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They're going to be charming. They're going to try and get into you, trying to get information off you, and then use it against you. So try and just have that awareness of when someone comes to you and they've been too extra nice, maybe and too quickly. Then that's when you know something ain't right. So that's what advice I would give you. But don't keep it inside. Like as soon as you see the sign that's going on, tell someone. Just to get yourself out. Not to do anything to that person, because karma will come back on them. But just to get yourself out of that situation into a safe place, because mentally, physically, it's a lot you have to take. And there's a different kind of abuses. You know, there's mental abuse, there's physical abuse, there's emotional abuse, finance abuse. There's all these abuses that people go through and not realizing that just from, oh, he doesn't hit me though, but he just talks to me in a way that I don't like. It's still abuse.
Yeah.
And if anything, it's even worse. Because when someone says something to you constantly every day that you're no good, you're nothing, you're going to amount to nothing.
Exactly. That's putting your worth down. That's going to make you feel bad about yourself. But also as well, there are some people that are going through this situation, and unfortunately, there's children that are involved. They've probably got kids already, maybe not for them, but then probably they do have kids for them as well, and they're still going through this stuff, and a lot of children are growing up messed up because of what they're seeing. So especially if children are involved, do what you need to do to get out, because you cannot have kids in an environment like that.
Definitely not.
It is true.
Definitely not. I agree.
Because when kids see something like that, they get traumatized by it. So when they grow up, they're going to think it's okay if someone was hitting your mum or dad, or if they go and start bullying others. They'll see nothing wrong with it because they was brought up in that environment. And mentally, you don't know what's going through their head, because it can be a lot of things, you know. Like when they start going to school, they could start hitting or doing the little odd kicks to somebody. It just starts off with little things, especially with kids like that.
That's true.
And even if they don't see, like, because the kids are probably in a different room, but I'm sure they can hear what's going on. Loud bangs, screaming, shouting, swearing. It's all damaging to a child. No child should have to live like that, hearing those things constantly on a day-to-day basis. So if you're in that situation, regardless of whether kids are involved or not, I'm stressing get out. But especially if kids are involved, definitely those kids need to come first. So I know it's probably hard, because when you're feeling like you're worthless, you're feeling like you're damaged goods, all these things that they're probably saying to you, you've got to try and put it to the back of your head and be like, you know what, these kids, I need to protect them. Because you don't want it to be a case where, God forbid, some women do end up dead from situations like this. They do. They do. You don't end up dead and you leave the kids there. So you need to get help. Have you need to be quite clever in a situation like this, because I know some people probably being controlled to the point where they can't see family and friends. They probably got their phone, like controlling their phone. Get a next little secret phone if you have to. Do whatever you need to do. So when you're doing a school run, speak to somebody in one of the parents or the team. Speak to whoever. If there's anybody, if there's a time where you're in the house by yourself, get them locks changed, call police. Like, use your opportunities. There might be like quite small ones, but they will come up at some point. Use it to get out.
I agree.
That could be your key to get out of the situation. And trust me, you'll be happy later on once you're out of the situation. You can live your life nice and happily. Do you get what I mean? You don't really want to be going through all that trauma and being upset every day and someone telling you you're worthless. You're not worthless. You're an amazing person. I think at the end of this video we'll put up some websites and some numbers for you all to contact, like the Women's Aid. I think we'll put them up anyway. We'll put them up. And then we're going to put up your details as well for your business, because this is a successful woman that has come out of a traumatic situation. Absolutely. It was a lot. And it's a lot for us to just sit here and take in, because I'm just like, boy, how did you get up every day to even go to college to study there, to come out and have your own business? Do you hear this, guys?
Thank you.
I like it, but thank you very much for coming and letting the viewers know, you know, your story. We definitely need to help one of you guys. Take your opportunity, choose it wisely. You have to speak to somebody.
If you are watching this and you are going through something, then message us, if anything. If you are stuck and you need help and you're not sure what to do, message us.
We'll direct you to the right, you know,
people,
organisation. Definitely. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Aerial Arts Music.